When Emma left, she didn't slam the door. She didn't even raise her voice. She just stood there in her gray coat, phone in hand, and said the words that would echo for days, "I'll come back when I want." Then she walked out like our home was a hotel room and I was the doorman who'd somehow failed to impress her. I stared at that text message for almost an hour after she sent it. It wasn't anger that I felt first, it was disbelief. We'd been married 5 years. 5 years of inside jokes, long drives, lazy Sundays. And yet, in a single sentence, she'd reduced all that history to convenience. She'll come back when she wants. Like I was supposed to wait, available, obedient, grateful. I didn't reply. Not yet. Silence, I realized, can scream louder than words. In the following days, I learned what real emptiness felt like. The smell of her shampoo still lingered in the bathroom. Her mug sat on the counter, lipstick mark frozen in time. Every corner of the house looked like it was waiting for her return. Except me. I wasn't waiting. I was studying. Observing. Connecting dots I'd been too blind to see before. Because people don't just wake up and decide to vanish. They prepare for it. They practice detachment. They test your patience, chip away at your self-worth until the final goodbye barely feels surprising. And Emma, she'd been practicing for months. The late-night meetings, the half-hearted smiles, the sudden need for space. It all made sense now. I replayed conversations in my mind, noticing things I'd missed before, how she'd avoid eye contact, how her laughter had started sounding forced. The truth is, I'd already lost her long before she said she was leaving. 3 days after she left, I got another message. "Don't wait up. I'll come by next week to pick up my things." "No, sorry, no, hope you're okay. Just logistics." As if she was texting her landlord. That's when something in me switched. The man who'd begged for answers died that night. The man who replaced him was calm, deliberate, and tired of being disrespected. I didn't argue. I didn't demand closure. Instead, I started cleaning the house, not for her, but for myself. I boxed her things, folded her clothes, and placed them neatly near the door. The sight of those boxes gave me peace, until I found her second phone. It was tucked inside one of her purses, dead battery, no SIM cover. But curiosity is a dangerous thing. I charged it. I shouldn't have, but I did. When the screen lit up, it was like stepping into a different version of my marriage, one where I didn't exist. Her wallpaper wasn't our wedding photo anymore. It was a picture of her and a man I'd never met, leaning close, smiling, comfortable. Messages flooded the screen, full of late-night sweetness and the kind of warmth she hadn't shown me in months. That was the moment my pulse went still. Not furious, not broken, just numb. I scrolled through every word, every photo, until I reached one thread that made me pause. It was from the same night she'd left. He'd texted her, "You did it. Finally free. Can't wait to see you tonight." I sat there in silence for a long time, the glow of that phone screen reflecting off the wedding ring I hadn't taken off yet. Then, a strange calm came over me. I took a deep breath, put the phone down, and finally knew what to do. When she texted me the next evening, "Don't touch my stuff, I'll get it when I want," I smiled for the first time in days. Because by then, I had already taken one photo. And I knew that single picture would make her come running in panic. I didn't send the photo right away. Timing is everything, and I wanted it to hurt, not out of cruelty, but out of clarity. I wanted her to feel the same hollow shock I'd felt staring at that other phone. So, I waited. 2 days passed. She didn't show up, didn't call. But late Friday night, her message popped up again. "Did you pack my things or not?" No greeting, no emotion. Just control. Like I was still under her command. That's when I attached the photo. No text, no caption, just the image. It was simple. Clean. Cold. Her clothes folded neatly in boxes by the front door. And behind them, placed on top of the last box, was the framed picture of her and that man from her secret phone. I'd printed it, set it upright, and next to it, I'd left my wedding ring. The photo spoke everything I wanted to say. "I know. I'm done. Goodbye." I hit send and locked my phone. Within seconds, the typing dots appeared. Then vanished. Then appeared again. And then, "Where did you get that?" I didn't answer. A minute later, "Ethan, please. We need to talk." Talk? Now she wanted to talk. It was almost poetic, the same woman who'd once said she'd come back when she wanted, suddenly couldn't stand being on the outside. The next morning, the doorbell rang before sunrise. I opened the door to find her standing there, pale, anxious, mascara smudged, hair tied in a messy bun. She looked smaller, weaker, stripped of the arrogance that had filled her voice a week ago. "Ethan, please, can I come in?" she whispered. I didn't move. "You already left, remember?" She stepped closer. "You weren't supposed to see that. It's not what it looks like." I let her talk, watching her scramble for control. She stammered through half-truths, excuses, fake tears. I'd heard them all before, not from her, but from people who regret losing their safety net. Finally, I said quietly, "You said you'd come back when you wanted. Seems like you want to now." Her lips trembled. "I made a mistake, Ethan. He doesn't care about me." I was angry, I was stupid, I cut her off. "You wanted freedom. You got it." She looked around the living room, her eyes landing on the empty walls, the space where our photos used to hang. "You cleaned everything," she murmured. "I did," I said. "You should do the same, inside your life." For a long moment, she just stood there, realizing she had nowhere to run. Her confidence drained with every second of silence. Then, quietly, she said, "Can I at least have the photo back?" That made me laugh, soft, bitter, but genuine. "The one of you and him? Don't worry. It's gone. I deleted everything. Including you." She blinked, tears spilling down her cheeks. "Ethan, please." "I'm not angry," I interrupted. "Not anymore. You taught me something, Emma. Love without respect is just dependency. And I'm finally done being dependent." I stepped aside, letting her walk in to collect her boxes. She moved slowly, touching things like they might vanish. Each step was heavy, the sound of someone realizing what they'd thrown away. When she turned to say something, I was already walking toward the backyard. I didn't need to see her leave again. Behind me, I heard the front door open. Then close. For the last time. Weeks passed. The silence that once haunted me now felt like peace. I started sleeping through the night. Cooking for one didn't feel sad anymore, it felt peaceful. Honest. Sometimes, I'd get messages from unknown numbers, short, emotional bursts. "I miss you. I shouldn't have left. Can we talk?" I never replied. I didn't need to. The photo had already said everything. People often think revenge means hurting someone. It doesn't. Real revenge is indifference, walking away without bitterness, because you've finally seen the truth. And in that truth, there's freedom. The day she texted, "I'll come back when I want," she believed she had control. But the day I sent that one photo, quiet, final, and honest, she learned what real control looked like. Not power over someone else, but peace within yourself.